Hey everyone, how you going? It's Sammy here and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do our exercise class down on the floor. So no standing up today. We're going to be doing 5 exercises, around about 3 sets of each of the exercises and around 5 to 10 reps depending on what exercise we're doing, okay? So as always, check in and see how your body's feeling today. Make any adjustments. If you're feeling full of energy, definitely put the work in. But if you're feeling a little bit tired and sluggish, it's okay to take breaks and hit the pause button. Have some water handy. I've got my water bottle here if I need it. I will be actually taking some breaks. So the way it's going to work today is that we'll do our first 2 exercises, which will be, the first one will be a back exercise, and then the next one will be a exercise for the front of our body. We'll do them back to back. So that's called supersetting. Okay. And then once we've finished our 3 sets of those, I'm going to hit the pause and then have a bit of a break. Now, if you want to have a little bit of a break after your second exercise before you get into the second set, so, do a back, do the front, have a rest, that is totally okay. All right. I'm just keeping going because otherwise this video would take twice as long, but please feel free to hit the pause and have that little mini break. We are going to be on our knees possibly for the first exercise, which is actually second exercise, which is tempo push-ups. If you've got sensitive knees, have a blanket or like a rolled up mat or something that you can cushion the knees with. I've got a yoga blanket here. You can roll it up, pop it underneath your knees if they're feeling a bit sensitive. I will offer variations as well. So, depending on how you're feeling today, if you want to do it one particular way than the other, that's totally okay. So I'll add some cues as well so you can get the most out of your exercise. So we're going to start with a really quick warm up. So if you've just been sitting for a while, this might feel nice to move the joints and warm up the muscles. If you've just come from already doing something, you can fast forward this and get straight into the exercises. Okay. I think that's about it. So I'm going to hop off my legs here, sit on my bottom. So sit comfortably. We'll start from the top down, doing some just gentle nods, get the neck warmed up. We want to do this nice and slowly and then bring the head to face front. We'll do some side turns here and facing front, and then just gently nodding from ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. Lovely, good job. All right, so let's warm up the shoulders, a few shoulder rolls and the other way, and then get the elbows going and the other way. Let's warm up the wrists because we are going to be doing push-ups, okay? So we'll give them a good warm up. So just some circling, okay? Maybe the fingers closing and shutting. So take your time with that if you need a little bit more extra warm up. Now let's warm up the trunk. So just some gentle side bends. Can feel nice to bring the spine in different patterns. Lovely, and we'll do some rounding of the spine. So seated cat and cows, arching and curling the spine. Nice, and some gentle twists. We're not holding the stretches. We're just getting a little mobile here. Beautiful. So I've got my legs cross-legged, obviously. I'm going to uncross them so I can get some movement for my hips. So just doing some side-to-side knee movements. And then we can pick up the knee, bending and straightening or adding any movement that feels good for the knees. Moving on to the ankles. So it doesn't take very long to mobilize the body. But if there is anything else that you want to do to warm yourself up, that's totally fine. So coming onto the other side, bending and straightening the knee, adding any extra movement, and the ankles, and the tippy toes. Nice. Lovely. So the first exercise we're going to be doing, we're on our tummies. We're going to do a back exercise, okay? This is all body weight today. So we're using our own body weight as a level of intensity. So we might be holding some movements a little longer just so we can really feel it. So rolling onto your tummy, way down here. Nice, lovely. Okay, so from here, we're going to activate all the muscles in the back of our body, particularly the back. So I'm going to get you to pop your hands underneath your armpits with your elbows just down by your side, and we can look straight down to the mat. We're kind of just relaxing here. Okay, so we've got a long neck. And then from here, we're just gently tucking the pelvis or the tailbone down, and that's going to help find some length in the back. So from here, our tippy toes are going to press onto the floor. We're going to peel the tummy off the floor and think about drawing the elbows behind us and then lowering down. And then we can peel up and lower down. So just keep that tailbone tucked down so we can protect the lower back. Maybe a little bit of a squeeze of your bottom muscles. Create tension there. You might even feel tension in the legs. And then roll up, tummy off the floor, or chest off the floor, I should say, and lower down. We've got 5 more. So we're doing 10 of these. So you may even feel the muscles in your back working really hard here. Okay, we've got 2 more of these. 1 and 2, keeping that neck long. All right, nice. So let's tuck our toes under, big push with the hands, and come up for a little mini break. So from here, we're doing push-ups. Now I'm gonna be on my knees for these, but you can be on your toes. It doesn't matter, you know, whatever feels good for you. And yeah, I'll throw out some cues and we'll get straight into it. So from here, let's start with our hands probably a little bit wider than our shoulders so we can get as much muscle working as possible. And then with the knees, I'm gonna set them a little bit behind my hips so I can tuck my bottom down, okay? Now, when we come down onto the floor, we just wanna make sure that elbows don't flare out to the sides or even in front of the shoulders, okay? We wanna think about drawing them behind the shoulder joint. Just come down to a level that you can control, because we're going to go these as a tempo push-up. So what I mean by that is that we're going to take it nice and slow coming down as low as you can and then drive up hard. So let's say we'll come down for 3 and then push up on 1, okay? So here we go. So we're going to lift up the upper back towards the ceiling, and then let's start lowering. 1, 2, 3, and press, okay? 1, 2, 3, and press. We've got 8 more. So nice and controlled, and press. And these are hard work because we very rarely press under load in our everyday lives. 2, 3, and press. Keep that bottom tucked down. 3, and press. Let's do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and press. I'm going to take my hands a little bit wider for the last couple. 2, 3, and press. 1, 2, 3, and press. Nice. So that's our first superset. I'm going to go straight into the back exercises, but if you again want to hit the pause and have a little mini break, please go ahead. So rolling down onto the ground. This time what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hands in front. My whole body's relaxed on the floor at this stage and my eyes are looking down. And as I peel my chest off the floor, I'm going to row my elbows behind me. So it's kind of going to look like this. So breath in and peel the elbows back, and exhale, hands to the front. Peeling up, pull back and lower. Peel back and lower. So keeping that tailbone tucked down, protecting that lower back and lower. Eyes are looking down to the mat, long neck. We're halfway there. Peeling back and lower. 4 more. Using those nice strong back muscles. Relax. 3 more. And peel down. 2 more. So it's very controlled. We're not rushing in. And just lifting the chest off the floor. peel up and relax. Good. Let's tuck the toes, press the hands into the floor, and get ready for our push-ups. Now with push-ups, the closer that you have your hands together, say in line with your shoulders, the more you're going to put more emphasis in the back of the arms, and there's nothing wrong with that. You just need to make sure that, yeah, those elbows stay behind the shoulders and that you're not flaring out. It's a little bit more challenging, but that's what we're here for, to get strong. So from here, I'm setting my knees behind my hips, chest out, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, and press. 1, 2, 3, and push. Good, keep going. 2, 3, and press. Let's get strong bodies. And press. 1, 2, 3, and press. Do as many as you can. 2, 3, and press. I'm going to take my grip a little bit wider. 1, 2, 3, and press. That's better. 1, 2, 3, and press. Push through the fingers as well. 2, 3, and press. Last 1, 2, 3, push. Whew, lovely. Let's melt all the way down to the ground. Give the hips a little wiggle, mini break. All right, so we're going to go into our last set of back and chest work. Okay, so you've got that option of keeping the hands near your armpits and as you lift the chest off the floor, or bringing your hands out the front like we did in the second set, and yeah, doing it that way. So when you're ready, big breath in as we peel up and work our back muscles, and then lower for a little mini relax. Big pull, draw the elbows behind you, and then lower. Lifting up, tailbone down, and lower. Just come up enough that you're feeling your back muscles working, and lower. Coming up, keep the tension in your bottom muscles, and lower. Let's go, 5 more. Lift, shoulders back and down, and lower. 4 more. And down. And coming up. And down. I've totally lost count. Let's do 1 more. Go on up. And lower. Whew. Definitely felt it there. So let's tuck the toes, press through our strong arms, and get ready for our last set of push-ups. All right, I'll take my grip out a bit wider, set my shoulders in line with my wrists, chest out, push through those fingers as well, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, and press. 1, 2, 3, and press. And you might find that the more you do of these and the more confident you feel, you'll get a little lower. So just keep that bottom tucked in line with your knees and shoulders. We're not sticking our bottom up too much. Halfway there. 1, 2, 3, and press. Whew, I'm huffing and puffing here. 2, 3, and press. We got 3 more. Slow. Oh, I can feel this in my arms. Oh. 2 more, 2, 3, and press. Last 1, 1, 2, 3. Let's hold it for 1, 2, 3, and press. Whew. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you, but I've definitely felt those. So yeah, so that's our back and our chest work done. We're going to hit the pause button, have a little mini break, and then I'm going to join you on your back as we go through the next 2 exercises. Yeah, so I'll see you then. Okie dokie, we're back. So our next 2 exercises, we are lying on our backs, okay? The first exercise, we're going to be working predominantly the bottom muscles and the hamstrings and the core as well. But we're also going to be adding an element that will activate the muscles on the top of our leg, our quadriceps as well. And then after that, we're going to be working the core and a little bit of brain exercise as well. So something with a little bit of a mental challenge. But let's get the first one done. So popping onto your back. All right, so all set here. We want to make sure that our head, shoulders, and spine are on the mat. We're going to bend the knees and bring the feet roughly in line with our hips, okay? We also want to keep the knee in line with our hips as well. So as we come into our bridge pose, which is what we're going to be doing, we just want to be mindful that we're not like splaying the knees open. We want to try and keep them like in line with our hips and our feet. We can rest our arms down by our side, but if you want a little bit more of a challenge and you're feeling pretty good today, like let's go for it, you can cross your hands across your chest and that adds a little bit more of a balance element. So just be mindful that with this exercise, we do want to focus on keeping our torso as still as possible. So if you're finding you're getting a little bit wibbly wobbly, just leave your arms down by your side. So from here, we're going to peel the spine off the floor. So we've got the back of our shoulders, the upper back, the head, and feet on the floor. So you might already be feeling the muscles in your bottom and your hamstrings tighten and a sense of lengthening through the top of the leg. So from here, now you can just stay here the whole time if you want to, or you can extend one leg and lower it down. Extend the other leg and lower it down. Okay, so I'm going to do 9 more each side. Now, if you're finding you're really wibbly wobbly, but you still want to give this a go, even just try lifting the foot just off the ground and maintain that torso being nice and still. You don't have to extend the leg. You can just focus on lifting the foot and keeping your hips and your torso nice and still. So you just pick out what's challenging for you that you're able to feel confident in doing. Good. Nice and smooth. Okay, we've got about 4 more each side, I think. I'm not very good at counting. I lose track. So if we've already done 10, you can stop. So keeping that body nice and still as we lift our feet off the floor, whether you're doing this one or the leg extension. Last one, both feet on the floor, melt the spine down. You might even want to do a few windshield wipers in between. All right, so this next one, this is the brain challenge as much as the body. We're doing dead bugs, okay? So from here, we're going to keep our head, shoulders, back, bottom on the ground. We're going to lift our feet off the floor. We'll keep our knees over the hip joints and our legs are roughly parallel to the floor. Then we're going to bring our hands up and they're going to be in line with the shoulders. Now, in this position, you may already feel that your tummy muscles are working, okay? That's perfectly okay. What we want to be mindful of is that we don't start overly arching the spine. So kind of think about tilting your hips up so that your spine's softly grazing the mat. So from here, we're actually going to start with the legs first and then we'll bring the arms in. So just take your legs out enough, one at a time, that you feel an increased level of intensity. So it might be a little way out, or it might be a long way out. But we just want to watch that we don't start arching the spine. Okay, we want to make this nice and controlled. So that's our third one. So we're going to start adding an arm movement to this as well. So 2 opposite limbs at the same time. So on our 5th one, we'll take our right leg and our left arm, extend them, bring them back. Right arm, left leg, bring them back. Right leg, left arm. I think I just repeated the same thing twice. And then right arm, left leg. And then right leg, left arm. Got my rights and lefts mixed up. Right arm, left leg. Right leg, left arm. Right arm, left leg. Beautiful. Let's do 3 more each side. Right leg, left arm. Right arm, left leg. 2 more. Right leg, left arm. Right arm, left leg. And let's do 1 more each side. Nice and controlled and steady. And lower the feet. Wow, I definitely felt that. So yeah, I can feel it a lot in my tummy, in my back even, because I'm trying to keep that pelvis tilted up, and in my legs as well. And also in my brain, I had to really think about what I was doing, okay? So there are our first two exercises. Again, you can hit the pause, have a little break, and then jump in when you're ready to go. I'm gonna kick on and keep going. So feet in line with hips. I'll keep my arms by my side, relax the shoulders down from the ears, and peel the spine up, bring the hips up as high as you can. And then let's start lifting a leg, if that's what you want to do. We're gonna lift as high as you can maintain a nice still torso, or you can add a leg extension as well. 2, so keeping those hips high and the trunk steady. 3, and 4. We don't need to rush through this, the slower the better. And 5, and 6. Good, you're doing really well. Stay with me. Watch those knees don't fall out to the side. 7. Take your time. And 8. Do as many reps as you can. And 9. And 10. Nice. Bring both feet down. Slowly melt the spine down. Have a little movement break if you want to. Always feels nice to move the spine and hips a bit in between exercises. And then when you're ready, we're going to do our dead bugs, okay? So peel the feet off the floor, knees over your hips, legs parallel to the ground, hands under shoulders. Now, if you want to start your set with just doing the legs first till you get into the rhythm of it, that's okay. And then when you're ready, you can add your opposite arm and opposite leg. All right, so I'm going to do right leg, left arm on my third one, and right arm, left leg. Then we're up to our 4th. So this is a very simple exercise to do, but it's very challenging. Like, I'm finding I'm really having to work at not arching my spine. Just take your legs out as much as you can, that you're able to maintain that you're not overly arching the back. Good. Let's go 3 more each side. And I really feel it in the top of my legs. And 2 more. And 1 more to go. Oh, whew, nice. All right, so again, add any movement breaks. So bodyweight exercises can be very challenging. All right, so from here, we're doing 1 more set of each. So 1 more of our bridge and 1 more of our bird dogs. So when you're good to go, join in. So peel the spine up off the floor and keep those hips, knees, and ankles in line with each other as we lift the feet, however you're doing it today, whether you're stepping or whether you're extending. Now, as we get tired, and I want to do it too, we'll want to rush through this, but it's really important that we don't, that we take our time and really focus on keeping our hips nice and still and equal. That's it, that we're not kind of rocking our bottoms side to side. Okay, so let's do 4 more each side. Keep those hips up as high as you can. 3. And 2. 1 more each side. We've got this, nice and controlled. and down. Peel the spine down, let it lower down. Whew. You might even want to bring your knees to your chest, have a little bit of a rock here. That might feel good. All right, so we're up to our last bird dogs. Actually, dead bugs, not bird dogs, dead bugs. We'll take our feet off the floor, knees over hips, and shins are parallel to the ground, hands are over shoulders, and let's get to it. So opposite arms and legs. So I'm doing right leg, left arm, and now right arm, left leg. Keep that pelvis tilted up just a little, that the lower back is grazing the floor. And just do as many as you can. Beautiful. You might even had to have done this for rehab if you've gone to see the physio or osteo or whatever. So I think we're halfway there. I'm really working hard with this. Top of my legs are burning. Oh. All right, we got 3 more each side. I can feel it in my tummy too. 2, 3. And 2 more each side. And 1 more each side. Stay with me. Oh my goodness. All right, so we can do some windshield wipers. Maybe a big stretch out. Yay. All right, good job. Nice work, everybody. I hope you feel like you've got something out of that. We've got 1 more exercise to do. So again, I'm going to hit the pause button, have a drink, and I'll meet you. Actually, let's meet kind of just sitting on the mat for now for our side plank. See you then. And we're back, ready for the last exercise. So the last one's going to be a side plank. All right, and there's many variations on how you can do a side plank, but this one I find it's probably the most user-friendly, and you can add lots of bits and pieces to increase the level of difficulty. Okay, so as always, listen to your body. We're getting to the end of the program. We might be feeling a little bit tired. So, it's okay to push, but it's all okay to just, pick an option that's going to be the most effective for you. So what we're going to do is come into a tabletop or hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're not going to be here for long. And then from here, I'm going to dog leg my foot out to the side. So I'm sweeping my right foot round out the back towards my wall. And as I do that, I'm going to extend my left foot. So kind of move around a bit here. So my left ankle's roughly in line with my right knee. And then my right hand is kind of in line with my knee as well. I'm going to peel off my left hand and bring it up here. So what we want to do is we want to bring the hips all the way through, okay? So you need to play around with how far your hand is from your knee, because if you find you're too squished up, you might have difficulty bringing the hips through. So just play around with your hand positioning. If you can get the hand under the shoulder as much as you can to act as a sort of stable base, that's pretty awesome. So from here, and even just play around with your back foot, we kind of want to kick it out the back to act as a stand for us. So from here, we can just stop here. I'm going to count to 30 Mississippis in my head. I promise I won't miscount. Or if you like, you can add a little bit of a leg raise as well. Okay, I'm feeling pretty pooped and this is challenging enough for me. So I'm going to start counting. Here we go. So keep the hips through. 6 Mississippi. 10 Mississippi, hang in there. Stay as long as you can. Halfway there, 15 Mississippi. 20. 25. And done. Beautiful, lovely. So coming off there. If you need to give your wrists a little bit of a shimmy shake, that's all right. And now we'll do the other side. So I'll switch a rooney around here so I can face you guys. So start off hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And I'm going to swing around my left leg this time. Extend my right. All right, and have a little play with where I want my left hand. Bring the hips all the way through. So play around with your hand positioning, and then when you're ready, you can lift a leg or not lift a leg. I'm going to leave it down here and just focus on keeping the nice alignment between hands, knees, and ankles. I am counting 5 Mississippi. 10. 15. 20. 25. And 30. Nice, good job. Come on down. Have a little shimmy shake of the wrists, whatever. All right, so we're going to do 2 more sets of those. Again, take a pause. If you want to jump, have a bit of a break, that's fine. Just jump in when you're ready. So I'll do the other side. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. So it's just good starting in this position because it kind of helps with lining things up. All right, so I'm going to kickstand my foot out the back. And as I do that, extend my left leg, put my right hand out a bit, and then let's go. Bring the hips all the way through, tucking the bottom in. 5. 10. 15. 20. 25. And 30. Nice, good job. All right, let's do the other side. Set ourselves up into that tabletop. Kickstand the foot out the back. All right, the hands in line with knees, in line with ankles, and let's go. 5. 10. 15. 20. 25. And 30. Great. All right, so we've got 1 more of each. I'm gonna soldier on, but again, hit the pause and have a break if you need to or if you want to. Oh, here we go. Kick the foot around. All right, bring the hips through. Once you've done the first 1 or 2, you kind of know where to put hands, knees, and ankles, so you can just jump straight in. 5. 10. 15. 20. 25. And 30. Lovely. All right, here we go. Over the last one, over the other side. All right. Let's get strong bodies. So setting up, dog legging, hands, knees, ankles, and let's get going. 5. 10. 15. Keep those hips through. 20. See, you've got this. Stay with me. 25. And 30. Great job. Oh my heavens. Oh. All right. It's also good for developing strength in our shoulder joints, so it's important to keep the hands under the shoulders. Yeah, so little drink. Well, we're all done. So let's have a really quick stretch, and then you can be about your day or evening or whenever you're doing this. So I'm going to tuck my chin to my throat, get a bit of length for the back of the neck, and then lift up my chin, opening up the throat, and then head up, and then dropping the ear to the shoulder. And then I'm going to actually let the opposite hand draw down so I can find a little bit more length, but do be gentle with this one. Necks can get a little sensitive. And then up and over to the other side when you're ready. Beautiful. Head up. I'm going to come off my legs. Actually, I'm going to sit on a cushion. I have trouble sitting on the mat. It hurts my back, so I like to sit on a cushion. Alrighty. So I'm going to arch my spine. So let's get a little bit of stretch through the back muscles. Give them a good stretch. And then I'm going to bring the hands a little bit behind me, open up through the chest, roll the shoulders down from the ears, pull back, get a bit of a stretch for the front of our body. And relax. Let's add a side bend. Opening up through the hip and rib cage. And over to the other side. Just getting that heart rate back down, getting our breathing back to normal. Beautiful. Okay, so let's get some leg stretches here. So I'm going to straighten out one leg and do a little bit of a forward fold and pull my toes up towards me so I can feel a bit of length through the back of my legs. And then before I do the other side, I'm doing a little bit of a stretch for the front of my thigh. So I'm going to take a bend into that bent knee or that straight leg and lean back a bit. Just do a bit of a fiddle here. Just lean back so that I can feel some lengthening through the top of the thighs. Doesn't take much, they get pretty tight. This is deer pose. Nice. And of course you can hold these stretches longer. That's okay. And then I'm going to take a bend in the other knee, straighten the other leg and turn towards that straight leg, pulling up the toes towards me. And then take a bend into that straight leg and lean back a little bit. And one side might feel completely different to the other, maybe a little tighter, a little looser. That's really normal. This is the best part, the stretchy part. Great job. Awesome. Alrighty. We're done. So thanks so much for joining me for today's class. If you've got any questions, just put them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you like what you've done today. You've enjoyed the session. Share it with your friends. Give it a like, whatever, all that stuff that you do on YouTube. Otherwise, I'll see you for the next class. Have a great day or evening. See you later.